Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I am the Hermit Tarot and this is my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a pick a group reading. We have earrings to choose from today, so it's a little bit different. Not your usual kind of reading that I've done lately. I love to use objects though. If you've been following me for a while, you know I like to use things other than cards or crystals. So I wanted to share some earrings with you guys today, which have a lot of different things going on. So it should be fairly easy to pick a group. They're all very different. That's all I'm going to say. Now, today's reading, we're actually focusing on connections again. I'm going to do my best to make it a general reading, in the sense of it won't just be about romance, but I know that that's why a lot of you guys watch me and subscribe to me. So I'm going to do my best to keep it general, but I know that most of you are going to watch this reading thinking about love and romance. So we're asking Spirit today, where is this connection headed? It is a super in-depth reading. We've got a lot to cover, so much so that I actually had to write it down so that I wouldn't forget. So let's have a look. In this reading, we're going to be covering your current energies between each other. We're going to do this in a person A, person B format so that it doesn't get too confusing in terms of potentially me picking up on your energy instead of your persons. We're going to do person A, person B. We're also going to have a look at your most recent interaction, how you were both feeling during that time. We're going to look at your current intentions, person A's intentions, person B's intentions. Then we're going to have a look at next actions. We're also going to get channeled messages and we're going to get advice. So that is going to tell us in depth where this connection is headed. Now, it is that time again where we have our extended reading as well. So we're going to have an extended reading for each of the groups today. The extended reading will differ depending on what we pick up on in your groups. So I'm going to leave it fairly open, but the main thing that I want to talk about in the extended for all of the groups is there anything or anyone else you need to know about that could be impacting this connection? So it's a fairly juicy reading, you guys. A lot of information. This is the extended. This is what we're covering today. And anything else that we need to clarify from the YouTube portion of your reading, we will clarify in the extended as well. So that's what's on the table, literally. I'm going to take you into the pick a group portion now, where we will be giving you the opportunity basically to pick a group that you're feeling most drawn to. So I'll see you there. Okay, so welcome to the pick a group portion of today's video. As you can see, we have 3 groups to choose from today. As I said in the intro, you guys, they are all earrings. That is the similarity in today's reading. So basically take your time as usual. I'm going to show you them a little bit more up close so that you have a better view of what the earrings look like. Maybe something will stand out. I'll tell you a little bit about the earrings as well, just in case that is helpful. But if you do need more time choosing, you can either pause the video or you can join me in the 1-minute meditation that will play after this. That meditation is aimed to help connect you with your intuition so that you can intuitively select a group that you feel most drawn to. So without further ado, let me introduce you to group number 1 over here. Group number 1, you have the palm earring, and this palm earring is a part of a pair. Okay, I've only shown you one earring in the pair, but as you can see, there's a lot of symbolism on this earring. There's an eye at the top. It's one of my newer earrings. I bought it from a little boutique store in the city in Cairns. Dang, I should have remembered the store so I could give them a little shout out. Eggplant and Poppy, I believe it was, in Ocean Alley Walk. But this palm has so much symbolism to it. There's all the signs, there's all these planets, there's an eye, an all-seeing eye for clarity, or you could look at it as an evil eye for protection. So there's a lot to go off here. It is a silver earring as well. That's pretty much all I'm going to tell you. Pause the video if you need to look at it in depth. So that's group 1. Group 2, this is an old favorite. I've had this earring for a very long time, so much so that it is a bit worn. I've worn it to town, I've worn it clubbing, I've worn it to dinner, I've worn it in cities across Australia. Like it's one of my favorite earrings. It has been everywhere with me, and I hope to have it for a very long time. It is the face of a beautiful woman. I believe it's a woman, not sure. She can't speak, so let's not assume her identity, I guess, but it's gorgeous. It's simple and yet so elegant, and it's made out of this sort of gold material as well, if that's helpful. Very simple yet striking, group number 2. Last of all, we have group number 3 over here with this indigenous earring. So this design is from a company called Yarn Marketplace. That's Yarn, YRN, and they are an Australian company that supports Indigenous artists around Australia. These earrings are just one of the beautiful things that I bought from that store, and I don't remember the artist's name, but the store is very transparent in telling you who the artist is, what their Indigenous country is. In Australia, we call your tribe your country. Because Australia is made up of over 200 different countries of Indigenous nations. So I don't know the individual backstory, but that is the story that I do know behind this earring. We have some black and white markings on the earring itself, and then we also have some gold joints, connections, and the top of the earring that goes into your ear is gold as well. So that's group 3. So pause the video now if you want to look at the earrings for a bit longer, if you need more time to look at them. Let me zoom in even. It's about as close as I can get. Now, when you know which of these 3 groups you're feeling most called to, click on the timestamps in the description box and join me in your reading. So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number. It may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color. It could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading. Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the palm earring, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome. I am going back to OG Hermit Tarot filming style. I was watching one of my old videos and I got a little bit nostalgic, so I decided to bring that energy back. Let's do it. We're asking Spirit today, group 1, where is this connection headed for you? We're covering a lot of information. I reckon we should just get straight into it. I'm going to be using a few new decks. The first one is this beautiful Dreamy Moons Tarot deck, which I have managed to get my hands on through Tarot Stack. If you don't know, I am a Tarot Stack affiliate. Tarot Stack is a company that supports independent oracle and tarot deck creators, basically, and Dreamy Moons is one of them. So if you would like to get your hands on this deck and you want to support Tarot Stack and what they're able to do, which is supporting independent tarot creators, then be sure to check the link in my description box. Let's get into it. For group 1, please Spirit, tune me into group 1's energy. Those who chose the palm earring, let's get them clear, honest messages for group 1. Where is this connection headed? Let's have a look at your current energies, starting with person A. What is person A's current energies, please Spirit, towards person B? We have Temperance in the reverse position. What is person A's current energies towards person B? What are person A's current energies towards person B? We have the Knight of Crystals flipping into the upright position. What is person A's energy towards person B? We have the Six of Crystals in the reverse. So these are the wands in this deck. Crystals are the wands. What are person B's energies towards person A? That was quick. Person B is showing up as the Four of Wands in the upright position. What is person B's energies towards person A? We have the Emperor and we have the Death card. Now the Death card was reversed in my lap, so I'm going to keep it like that. We also have the Emperor here in the upright position. Your connecting energy at the back of the deck is the Sun at the moment, the Sun reversed. So it's quite obvious that the two of you aren't happy with the state of the connection, but you're expressing it in different ways. I'm going to start with person A. Person A is feeling like someone who can't seem to get the successful outcome that they want in this situation. And I'm just realizing again that, because I had to do this to myself twice yesterday when I first used this deck, the crystals are actually the swords element in this deck. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Six of Swords reversed. So it does feel like person A is holding on to a feeling of, I can't move forward, but I can't move away either. They feel very drawn to person B. They feel like something has to happen fairly quickly. I want to say that person A is even feeling rushed to do something in this situation. They feel a hastiness with this Knight of Crystals. Person A is looking at the situation as, I've got to do something and I've got to do something now. So they're feeling rushed to take action. I do see though, with the Six of Crystals reversed and Temperance reversed, person A is also feeling like the situation has gotten a bit of out of hand. If there is a separation between you two, it's frustrating this person because person A was hoping for more clarity and person A was just hoping for a more definitive understanding of where is the connection right now. And they feel like person B may even be avoiding person A on purpose. Like there is a slight feeling here with Temperance reversed of this person both wanting space, but also feeling like space was forced at the same time. Person A has an interesting energy because on one hand, they want the connection to move forward. They want to take action. But then on the other hand, they're giving me this vibe of moving away as well. I think I've got to clarify some of these cards. Spirit, can you clarify Temperance reversed for person A? What is their current energy towards person B? We have the Seven of Stars. This is the Seven of Pentacles in this deck. So they are definitely feeling like the situation has really slowed down. I feel like if there is a separation, this person is using that time to just try to stay occupied. I'm hearing preoccupied, because I see with the Seven of Stars that person A's assumption is we've invested enough for there to be a successful outcome if there is going to be a successful outcome. And so person A may be feeling rushed, but they also feel a sense of assurance that this is going to work out based on what they've previously, like it's weird. It's like I'm opportunistic is probably the best word for it. Like next time I see them, I'll try to seize the opportunity, but I still feel like last time I saw them, I'm not, it was enough for me to feel assured that I don't need to overextend myself, if that makes sense. It's very bizarre. I need to clarify that Knight of Crystals, please, Spirit, for person A's energy. We have the Two of Cups. So there's definitely a feeling of I feel the connection with person B. And because of that, I'm not going to rush this if I don't have to. But at the same time, I feel like there is this desire to claim this connection for what it is as well. Like this Knight has like this sense of valor behind it. And I just think that if there is a separation, this person may be trying to be patient, but they are feeling impatient, or they're trying to be patient. They may just be struggling to kind of get back into the flow of things because they are feeling impatient, but at the same time, just trying to be opportunistic. So whenever the chance comes is when I will seize it. It's very hard to describe because I feel like it's that back and forth energy of someone who within themselves is feeling untempered, right? Within themselves is feeling like, okay, I'm good, I'm surrendered. No, I'm not, I'm thinking about them again. Okay, no, I'm good, I'm surrendered. So what is this Six of Crystals reversed about? What is the Six of Crystals? We have the Four of Crystals now, so the Four of Swords. I do feel like there are other things that are keeping this person busy. Their energy towards the connection is if it's going to move forward, it has to move forward correctly. So we need to make sure that the actions we are taking are intentional and that I feel like this person desires to say something next time, if that resonates. Like I feel like this person feels like something didn't 100% work out the way that it should have last time. And we're going to look at your recent interaction to be sure, but I'm just feeling like they already think that they could have handled the situation with you better based on your recent interaction with them. And I see this person desiring healing in this situation, but I also see them feeling slowed down by something that happened recently. So let's have a look at person B now. Person B's energy towards person A, we have the Four of Wands at first. So person B is feeling this sense of celebration and stability. Person B, their energy is one that doesn't want to rock the boat. So I see this person trying to kind of stay calm. I see them trying to be controlled and trying to almost mitigate risk. It feels like this is the kind of person who likes to feel in control. They don't like to feel like they're over their head, and they don't like to feel like they don't know what they're doing. There's a very masculine energy on this side of someone who likes to look like they have their shit together, for lack of a better word. So this feels like someone who is trying to do the right thing in this situation. This is someone who is trying to control themselves as well. And I feel like this is someone who under the surface with the Death card reversed is actually feeling like things are starting to fall apart because the Death card is forcing this person to face some deep fears or some deep feelings, full stop. And these fears/feelings are pushing this person to feel like they're cracking on the surface. I feel like their current energy is that they are scared of this connection a little bit. And they're just feeling like there is something quite significant happening here, especially with the Four of Wands upright. Like they're excited, but they're just trying to control themselves. Like they're not trying to get out of control here. That's what it feels like. So can we clarify that Four of Wands, please, Spirit? How is person B feeling towards person A currently? What is their current energies towards person? Yeah, wow. There is this fear from person B's side that they care more than person A does. Person A has the Two of Cups, right? Which is a recognition of friendship at the very least. A recognition of, yeah, we have similar interests and we seem to vibe really well. There is this recognition of like companionship on person A's side, but person B has the Queen of Cups clarifying their Four of Wands. So person B is feeling like their feelings are a lot deeper. Their current energy is that they've seemed very focused, almost fixated on person A. I would be surprised if person A knows the full extent of this unless you've had lengthy conversations with your person. Person B feels like the situation is something that they have to control. So it feels like, look at that, the Tower, they're losing control, but they have a lot of strong feelings towards person A. What are person B's current energies towards person A with the Death card reversed? What are we? Wow, okay. It just keeps getting crazier. We have the Ten of Cups now clarifying the Death card. So I really see that this person over here, person B, they are thinking long term. They are looking at, is this my happily ever after? Is this somebody I could walk down the aisle with? Person B's energies are very much out of control, but under the surface, I see that a lot of this fear has to do with being happy and making choices that lead to further success on an emotional level in this connection. Person B seems very afraid of committing to the wrong outcome. And it's not that there's anything that person A could do differently. It's just that person B is at a point in their life where it feels like they're thinking more long term. So person B is out here afraid of the fact that this could be very, very significant and it could require a lot of effort and a lot of responsibility. Like I'm seeing person B as the type of person who is very responsible, and when they care, they really care for that person. They look at it as like, I have to take care of you. I'm now responsible for you, which is very interesting that they've just clicked. It feels like maybe recently. I'm not saying it was just yesterday. For some of you, it was just in the last month. This person clicked that that's how they are feeling towards person A. So clarify the Emperor spirit. I'm hearing that Drake song, I'll Take Care of You, featuring Rihanna. What is the Emperor about? I just need one card, please, Spirit. Clarify the Emperor. What is person B's energies? We have the Eight of Stars reverse. So this is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse position. Yeah, this person is trying to be very assured and sure of what they are signing up for. So I definitely see person B feeling like they need to be very careful about the next move that they make towards person A, because they don't just take these things lightly. Like, especially if you guys are waiting for this connection to move forward in a more committed way, person B is wearing this decision like a badge of heavy responsibility. And so they're really trying to figure out what is the best move to make, sitting in that power position of the Emperor, weighing up the risks, weighing up what would happen if I do this, what would happen if I do that. This person is very afraid of making the wrong move and accidentally investing when the timing isn't right either. This person is afraid, whereas I feel like person A is aware that they have to wait for person B to figure themselves out. So person A seems to just be like, all right, well, I'll leave them alone for now, I guess. Even though I'm feeling impatient at times, I have to give them space and let them come to a decision. So that's where you guys are at currently. Let's have a look at your most recent interaction now. We're going to switch decks. I'm going to go to a lighter deck to add some color to this spread. So what was their recent interaction like, Spirit? From person A's perspective, what was their recent interaction like? From person A's perspective. Okay, from person A's perspective, we have the High Priestess reversed. What was their recent interaction like? Hi. Okay. We're going to take that top one. We have the Three of Wands reversed. One more card. What was their recent interaction like from person A's perspective? And we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Chalices. What about from person B's perspective? What was their recent interaction like? That was quick. We have the Magician. Okay. What was their interaction like from person B's perspective? We have the Lovers card in the reverse position. What was their recent interaction like from person B's perspective? From person B's perspective, please, Spirit out. We have the Queen of Chalices. Damn. I wish I was your woman. What is that song? Who sings it? I've been singing it all morning, to be fair, but it's come out in here again. I don't know. I think it's from the 80s. I'm not going to lie. I love 80s music, but you got the Queen of Chalices twice over here. So somebody is really catching feelings. Anyway, let's talk about person A first. Your connecting energy is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, no less. You got a lot of major arcana, sweet pea. Underneath that was the King of Cups reverse. So there is this fear, like, do they care as much as I do? How much do I show them? Scorpio, an insecure Scorpio energy. Let me throw out some other signs in case that is helpful. However, if you don't hear your sign or their sign, don't be discouraged. I only do this for those who find it helpful. I personally, sometimes when I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't helpful. So just take it if it resonates. Signs I'm seeing are Sagittarius, Pisces. We also have Leo. We have Scorpio. We have Aries. And we have Gemini, strong Gemini at this stage. So let's have a look. Right, so your connecting energy is the Wheel reversed with the Sun reversed. So it feels like this connection is in a bit of a shadow period, not in a sense of like you guys are both doing your own like deep hectic work. It just feels like there's not a lot happening on face level, right? Like there's not a lot happening in front of you. You're both having to kind of go over the information you already have of one another, and you're both having to just kind of process where you think this is headed based on what you already know. That's why it feels like a shadow period. Now with the Wheel reversed, it's clear that your recent interaction, something did not go as well as one person in particular hoped it would. And I feel like this is person A. Person A expected something to happen on a more grander level. They were either expecting a grand gesture or they were expecting something more impactful to happen last time they saw person B. Person A over here with the High Priestess reversed was either surprised to see person B or they weren't expecting to see them the way that they did. It feels like they became more confused after that and they became disconnected from their intuitive feelings. They started to get in their logical head, and from that, a lot of fear may have arisen or doubts may have arisen. It also looks like with the Three of Wands reversed that they either weren't expecting to see person B or they weren't expecting the interaction to go the way that it did. Maybe person A was actually expecting more with the Three of Wands reversed. They were expecting there to be a more profound experience or something that they had been waiting for didn't happen in this interaction. But with the Ace of Chalices upright, they were definitely feeling things kind of stir. It feels like person A's energy towards person B was that they were expecting a romantic love offer or they were expecting an opportunity with person B. But I can't help but feel like they were slightly disappointed because they feel like the universe didn't let that happen or the opportunity wasn't taken despite it being offered. It's not like a full-blown rejection. It kind of gives me the vibe of, here's my chance, but why didn't I take it? You know, or here's their chance. Why didn't person B take it? That's what it feels like. Can we clarify the High Priestess reversed for their last interaction together? We have the Eight of Chalices. Yeah, so it almost feels like person A's energy was very much like, what are we doing here? That Eight of Chalices Like, will we, won't we? What are we doing here? Do I stay? Do I go? I see person A having one foot in, one foot out, and maybe they weren't expecting to see person B because emotionally, like they had already started to feel like they needed to start a new chapter in their life. The Eight of Chalices is always an indication of somebody emotionally separating themselves from a situation that no longer serves them. So it feels like person A was doing that. And then person B kind of came in, if that makes sense. What is happening with the Three of Wands reverse for person A's energy? So we have the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So there's a lot of eights over here. It feels like person A was going through the motions. Person A was trying to figure out how to get the movement flowing in this connection in the right way. And I can't help but feel like they were getting mixed signals from person B, or they themselves were giving out mixed signals. We have this hot and cold with one eight being upright and the other eight being reversed. I feel with the Eight of Pentacles reversed though, person A may have been very reserved or just been like kind of waiting for person B to make a move. It's almost like they were very unsatisfied though with what person B was offering. So why is the Ace of Chalices over here then? The Knight of Swords. Okay, the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. Yeah, I feel like person A was anticipating a love offer from person B. And with the Knight of Swords over here reverse, it's just this big question mark of when will they? When will they? Because remember we had the Knight of Swords upright in their current energy. So it's almost like a tag, like if they don't, do I? It feels like whose responsibility is it now? Question mark. That's what person A's energy was in their recent interaction with person B. Person B on the other side, we have the Magician upright. We have the Lovers reverse, the Queen of Chalices upright. So person B's vibes in the recent interaction towards person A was one of feeling more confident, but also just trying to gain confidence, because it looks like person B is struggling to come to some sort of decision with the Lovers card reverse. They're struggling to feel confident enough within self to take action where action is necessary. It feels like person B is being so cautious and careful because they're seeing this as a big decision with the Lovers reverse, and they're trying to do what they want. But I also can't help but feel like this person is overcoming a lot of fear in the process. So in your recent interaction, person B was really putting on a facade of confidence, but they were feeling very self-aware and kind of conscious. It feels like the Magician is this facade of someone who is very happy with themselves, confident, has a strong ego, is very capable. And that's probably why person A was like, why aren't they doing anything? Like, they look like they can. But person B, it all feels like a facade. Person B with the Queen of Chalices has some very strong feelings over here, and their energy towards person A is that they have feelings already, you guys. Like, I don't know where you're at individually, but I'm seeing that person B has some big feels, and person B is at a point where they actually have adoration and admiration for person A. So they're trying to be respectful, they're trying to be careful, and they're also trying to show all of that while being confident. This person is very masculine. We've got two signs of strong masculinity here, and on top of that, a lot of feelings. And the two don't necessarily go hand in hand when you're just starting to get a connection off the ground. There's a lot of fear and a lot of opposing energy that needs to be tempered in order for that to be successful. So I see the struggle, but I feel like person A is only seeing a fraction of the struggle, or is saying like it's not that complicated. So let's clarify that Magician, please, for person B's energies towards person A in their recent interaction. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, so this person is aware of how their confidence and their energy is causing issues in this connection for sure. In the recent interaction, it feels like person B was almost needing to have a difficult conversation, but they may have really downplayed the severity of that conversation. Like, I see that somebody really, I'm hearing, fucked around and got their feelings hurt, okay? Because the Three of Swords, it's like I'm pretending to be confident, but I'm actually hurting right now. I'm pretending to be okay, but I'm actually feeling very like in pain right now. So that Three of Swords, I think that this person had a strong mask on, and person A, whatever they did, if they left early, if they walked away and they were like, you know what, this isn't going to get any better, so I'm just going to leave now. Person B really took that personally. They were like, wow, that really hurt. I see person B feeling hurt by something that person A did. And because we have the Eight of Cups here with the High Priestess reversed, I think it was person A left or ran away or chose to walk away. And this impacted how person B was feeling. They tried to look like it didn't bother them, but it did. So why is the Lovers reversed in person B's energy? We have the Queen of Swords reversed. This person is very afraid of getting themselves checked. Like this person feels like, damn, if I'm wrong about this, like if this person, it feels like they're afraid of unrequited love. They're afraid of rejection, but they're also afraid that person A just doesn't care as much as they do. So person B is last time they saw person A, they were thinking, geez, am I even right about this anymore? Like I thought I was so sure, but I don't know anymore. Do they even see me that way is what I'm seeing. I also feel like person B is trying to balance themselves out, because I'm not going to lie, person B, it strikes me as the type of energy that would have an obsessive energy towards person A. Like they're looking at person A like, damn, like why am I so addicted to that? Why am I so obsessed with them? And especially with the imagery here of this Queen of Swords looking at their king like in portrait form, you know, it just feels like person B realized like, damn, this is almost unhealthy. So what is going on with that Queen of Chalices? What is going on with that Queen of Chalices? I also see person B passing the buck. Now, if you're not Australian or New Zealand or a Kiwi, you probably don't know what that means, but I know that Canadians use it as well. So passing the buck is like passing the blame, passing the onus. Like it's not my responsibility, you do it. So I almost feel like person B was also expecting person A to take action or communicate to some certain degree. Now, we also have the Page of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So, wow, person B, last time they saw person A, the last interaction, they were thinking, damn, this person is incredible. That's clarifying the Queen of Cups. This person is so independent. They have so much to offer. They have so much to give. Do I have enough to give to them? This person definitely got in their head and psyched themselves out of offering something. But I see that person B's feelings and energy towards person A, last time they saw them, were very strong. Strong feelings, and a strong feeling of, what can I say that is going to be good enough? They're questioning what they have to give, and they're feeling like they can't just come in unless they come in correct. With that Nine of Pentacles upright, the worth that you have is clear and established. So there's a question mark on their end of, what can I offer? So now we're going to have a look at their current intentions and next actions. I'm going to reset my camera and we'll keep going. Okay, let's switch decks again. What are person A's current intentions and next possible actions towards person B? What are person A's next actions and current intentions? Oh my gosh, this deck is new and it's slippery and it's going everywhere. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups reversed. We have Judgment and the Hermit as well. Now, what are person B's intentions and next actions towards person A? We have the Ten of Cups upright. What are person B's intentions? We have the Six of Pentacles reversed. One more card. What are their intentions and next actions? We have Temperance. Now, a lot of the cards in this deck are reversed because it's new, so I'm not going to necessarily read reversals. We'll just see what comes out intuitively. At the back of the deck, I am seeing the connecting energy being the Knight of Wands. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. So it's clear that the two of you are very attracted to one another. There is a strong feeling of not being able to shake the other person, but I also can't help but feel like it's a struggle of hot and cold energies between you. So the next time the two of you are together, or your intentions towards each other are to try to feel the other person out, to try to figure out like where you stand with them and respectively what you can do in this situation. I see person A being very skeptical. Person A is like, you know what, I've been through too much to put myself through this kind of situation again. Person A feels like someone who has been healing, and they are not about to get themselves messed up in something that could potentially just be a mind-boggling, confusing situation. So I do see that person A is going to try to be receptive and friendly, but they're also not looking for more friends. Like, I feel like person A is like, you know what, like I'm trying to be friendly, but my circle is small for a reason. So I see person A being a bit defensive, but also being aware of the fact that they're defensive. So they're trying to not block the potential here, but they're also trying to maintain boundaries and healthy barriers. I see with the Judgment card reversed that person A is definitely anticipating another opportunity to see person B, and they're anticipating big changes ahead, but they feel that, you know, the universe is going to give a profound sign about like what is meant to happen here. Person A almost feels like they're leaving it up to the fate of, you know, the universe, God, whatever you believe in. And I see with the Judgment card reverse that they almost feel like it's kind of out of their hands. Like they want to stay receptive, but they also feel like the situation is already headed in a direction that's out of their control. So with the Hermit card here, it does feel like this person is more reserved. I don't see this person taking action. I see them being opportunistic though. This kid's still sort of keeping that Sagittarius optimism of, you know what, like I'm not going to completely write this off. I'm going to try to be open and we'll just see what happens, but I'm not going to go out of my way. That's what person A's energy feels like. Person B on the other side, person B has that Sagittarius optimism as well with Temperance here, but person B is also feeling like the weight of the connection is in their hands. Person B is feeling like if this falls apart, it's because of them. And they also feel like they owe person A something. At the very least, they owe them some sort of gesture of like saying hello first. But I also think that with the Six of Pentacles here, they just want balance and reciprocity. So their intentions are to make up for any deficits if it is very clear that the ball is in their court. But also they're not going to overextend themselves. Their intentions at this point are to offer reciprocity and balance. They're not going to bend over backwards, and I don't see them being that kind of person with all this masculine energy. They're very much a mature person who is used to weighing out the pros and cons, the risks, and they're not going to be someone who wants to look like a fool and naive. So they're coming from this position of wanting a Ten of Cups moment though, and the Ten of Cups was the only card that apparently is upright in that deck. I just reshuffled it so it's all mixed now, but they want the Ten of Cups in this situation. So their intentions are to get that happy ending, that we have the Ten of Cups twice, the Queen of Chalices twice, the Four of Wands even showed up and made an appearance. They want a happy ending. They want their emotional fulfillment, and they are hoping for that longevity that a Ten of Cups would offer. But I do think that they are aware of how that is going to take time and reciprocity with time as well. So it's interesting where you're at currently. Let's have a look at what tarot can tell us. Spirit, where is this connection headed in the near future? Based on everything we know, where is this connection headed in the near future? Okay. Moment of truth. Okay, at the back of the deck, we do have that Emperor again. Someone needing to take accountability and control. We had the Queen of Cups under that, so it does feel like person B is going to be the one based on how they are feeling. But I also think that it's a motivation of I need to act on my feelings, because I see person B feeling overwhelmed with how strong this is, and also feeling the pressure to act on that based on how strong it is. Like that to them is a huge sign and a huge confirmation. Now the other cards we have are the Five of Wands. Again, I'm not 100% convinced with the reversal, so I'm just going to read the energy. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, it's looking like all the cards are reversed. We have the Ace of Swords. So I do see that this connection is headed to an opportunity of communication at the very least. The two of you getting the chance to open up. Now, this is only an opportunity with the Ace of Swords. I've got to be honest, it really depends on how the two of you are able to seize the opportunities you're given. The universe is going to give you a chance here to communicate and take action if you want to, but it really depends on the two of you. I do see a Two of Wands moment too, which tells me that someone is planning something, someone is strategizing something, and it feels like person B, they are strategizing and planning something, and they've got a backup plan as well. So if it doesn't go according to plan A, they have plan B as well. I see one person, which I'm going to assume is more person A, being very invested in self and trying to maintain self-fulfillment, self-happiness, what's the word? Just like an emotional security. And this is to a certain degree hindering the connection's growth, because there is so much focus on self that there is a detraction from focus on the connection. And there is a feeling of like, at the end of the day, I've got my own back, which isn't bad. Like, I'm not going to say that's unhealthy, but it also feels like that is sabotaging the connection slightly, because we have one person here who is trying to figure out how they can do things for both of them. And then we have the other person here who is like, well, they're not going to do anything, so I'm just going to have my own back. And you can understand how there are deficits between those two energies. And while this person may have convinced themselves that this is healthy, it feels like they're trying to protect themselves before they get rejected. So it doesn't at all feel like a healthy mindset. It feels like a barrier. It feels like a don't get too close to me, you might hurt me defense mechanism. And it feels like it is causing delays in the progression of this connection. With the Eight of Cups here, regardless of the position, the Eight of Cups is indicating that someone is already thinking about leaving. And we know person A already has an Eight of Cups. So we know person A is already tiptoeing away from anything that they feel may not be emotionally fulfilling, despite the fact that they have someone over here who is trying to get the Ten of Cups with them, who is trying to get that full happy ending. We already have someone who's got cold feet and seeing red and going, I got to get out of here. So with the Five of Wands upright, it's highly likely that this connection is being impacted by external energies. There could be jealousy, there could be competition, a feeling of someone having a lot of attention, or just somebody else in someone else's ear saying, you should do this, you should do that. And this kind of interference is also causing delays because it's overcomplicating the situation and it's distracting this person, whoever's experiencing that external interaction, from taking the responsibility that they should. So Honestly, this connection is going to be a lot more confusing in the near future for as long as those blockages persist, especially on person A's side. Whereas I feel like person B is trying to come up with a plan and a backup plan, and they're trying to figure out how to make the most out of the opportunities that they have. So let's get some quick channeled messages, and then we'll get some advice. Oh my god. It's very cold and the cards are stiff. So what does person A want to say to person B? Okay, wait, which one? This one. Which one? Okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to close it there. I definitely see person A being in defense mode. Person A is really trying to stop a heartbreak again, is what I'm hearing. They really want to look after themselves, but they are developing feelings as well. I would do anything for you, the Ten of Cups here. So I do think that despite it all, there are feelings there. They're just being very careful. So we have person A saying that you bring me a lot of joy. You bring me a lot of clarity. It feels like to a certain extent, this light card is also saying that I need more light, like I need more clarity. We also have the Ace of Wands. I have so much desire for you. So passion and attraction is obviously mutual. We have the Four of Swords. I need time for me. I'm still healing. I'm still overcoming my own pain from the past, and I'm still overcoming issues from my past as well that are still standing in my way. We have gossip only hurts more. So it's very telling from person A's side that there is external influence, whether that is a feeling of what will others think, or it is a feeling of this person told me to do this instead. I definitely think that person A is thinking about the situation in an overcomplicated way, making it more complicated than necessary. So what does person B want to say to person A? What does person B want to say to person A? We have, I am manifesting you. This is the Magician reversed. What does person B want to say to person A? Oh gosh, dang. What does person B want to say to person A? Thank you. We have, you make my heart full. The Ten of Cups reversed. Wow, I'm hearing so much. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. I want a fresh start with you. What does person B want to say to person A? I miss you, do you? And at the back of the deck, we have words do hurt. So I definitely feel like the main message I'm getting from person B is I'm afraid too. Like person B is definitely looking at person A and going, yeah, that this person has got defense mechanisms and they are walls high right now. But person B wants person A to know, like, I'm scared too. Like, I've got my concerns, my insecurities as well. And I feel like person B may look a lot more confident than they actually are. Like, the Magician reversed, I see person B wanting to have an open, honest conversation with person A and kind of removing the facade of this Magician energy where they appear to be so confident. It's like they're saying, I'm not actually as confident as I appear. Either it's as simple as I'm a shyer person than I look like, or I genuinely have insecurities that most people think I don't. I do think that person B is having a harder time just being so blasé about this. Person A seems to just be like, oh, whatever, the universe will have my back, like whatever's meant to be will meant to be. Whereas person B is like, I'm not convinced that this situation will actually work out unless one of us does something. So with the Ten of Cups here, I don't doubt that they have these strong feelings for you because we got the Ten of Cups twice, but person B's energy over here is basically saying, like, I take this seriously. I take a Ten of Cups seriously. I take relationships. I take this kind of commitment seriously. So if that's what I want from you, like I need to be sure that that's what you're willing to give and want from me as well. There is this feeling of needing to get on the same page about expectations for the future of this connection. We also have the Ace of Wands reversed. So this person is really not convinced that attraction is going to be enough. Like this is a very pragmatic, practical person. They're like, we need more than this. Like, yes, there is passion here on both sides. We have the Ace of Wands, but we need more than that. So with this Ace of Wands reversed, this person is feeling like the spark between the two of you is already waning, and that more needs to be done to develop stability within this connection. And they're feeling the weight of that on their end especially. With the Eight of Cups reversed, I can't help but feel like person B is anticipating the chance to see person A, but they just feel like they can already sense that this person is walking away. Like person B is already picking up on the fact that they're losing person A's interest. So what is the advice for group 1 in this situation, whether they're person A, person B? What is the advice? Wow, definitely. I follow the path of right action. That is your advice if it will focus. I follow the path of right action. My camera has been struggling to focus lately. I hope that's focused. At the back, we have, I choose my thoughts to be in alignment with all that is for my highest good and greatest joy. All is well in my world. This card is really talking about having the conviction and confidence to follow through with your intentions, taking the right actions that align with your intentions. There is definitely a deficit here of accountability. And I'm going to say, if you're person A, sweet pea, it's time to step up and take actions that align with your intentions. If you are person B, it is time to have the conviction to follow through with something you already want and plan to do. I do believe that a lot of this has to do with almost convincing yourself, like confidence, blind confidence. But it is as simple as following through with what it is that you want and what it is that you intend. So very clear advice for a very complicated, confusing situation. I'm going to take this into the extended reading now, group 1, where we're going to definitely look at that question. Is there anything or anyone else you need to know about that could be impacting this connection? I'm going to have a big look at your blockages. We're going to get a lot more advice for you especially, and we're just going to really break down how you can get the best possible outcome in this situation with this person. So if you'd like to join me in the extended reading, the link is in the description box. If you are a part of the Amethyst Hermie tribe, or family should I say, you already have access to the reading. Just sign in and see me in the video that you want to watch. Before you go wherever you're going, thank you so much for all of your support over here on YouTube. It's been a long video, so I appreciate all your energy, all your time, and all your attention. Thank you so much for supporting me, this community, and free tarot in general, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the face earring right here, then this is going to be your reading. Let me show it to you again if it'll focus. Blah. There we go. So group 2, we have a pretty action-packed reading. Don't mind me in terms of the way that I'm talking. I'm going to really pace myself, okay? I'm not going to be overly bubbly and excited because there's going to be a heck of a lot of information to cover. So I'm going to try to pace my energy, and I don't want to burn out before we even go into your extended, but we have a lot to cover in today's reading. I have it all linked in the description box below, but we're going to get straight into it. Group number 2, we're asking Spirit, where is this connection headed? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break down your current energies between you and your person. We're doing this in a person A, person B format to make sure that we're catering for both sides of the connection, just in case you resonate more with one person than the other. That way this 3-group reading can technically be a 6-group reading. So let's get into it. For group 2, please, Spirit, what are the current energies between them and their person in terms of where this connection is headed? Please tune me into group 2's energy, starting with person A. How is person A currently feeling about their connection? For group 2, how is person A currently feeling about their connection? Ooh, for group 2. We have the 8 of Crystals in the reverse position. This deck is linked in the description box. It's a new deck. I absolutely love it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Not really a beginner's deck, but that being said, it's not too complicated either. Like, I think that if you were going to start with this deck, just be patient with the messages because it's not your typical Rider-Waite. It has supplementary cards, and a lot of the cards, in my opinion, could be read differently than the typical Rider-Waite tarot. So I do recommend it, but I recommend if you're still learning tarot, if you're still beginning, getting a standard deck as well, something more typical like a Rider-Waite deck. So 8 of Crystals in this deck is the 8 of Swords. Person A, please, Spirit, what is their current energy towards person B in this connection? Okay, I'm going to take the card that flipped, which is the Sun. Wow. What is person A's current energy towards person B? We have the Devil, is that right? Yeah, the Devil. We also have the 10 of Stars. What is their current energy towards person B? 10 of Stars is the 10 of Coins. We have the Ace of Crystals, the Ace of Swords reversed. Can you tell me anything else about person A's current energy towards person B? Thank you, Spirit. And we have the 4 of Crystals reversed. May we move on to person B now, please, Spirit? What is person B's energy towards person A? We have the 5 of Stars. This is the 5 of Pentacles. What is person B's energy towards person A? What is person B's energy towards person A, please, Spirit? What is person B's energy towards person A? Okay, we have the 7 of Crystals, 7 of Swords. Person B's energy towards person A, please, Spirit. Oh my gosh, you're welcome to skip ahead if this is taking too long. You don't have to watch me shuffle. We have the Page of Cups. Person B's energy towards person A, please, Spirit. Ace of Wands. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. We have the Hermit in the reversed position. 1 more card for person B's energy towards person A. We have the Ace of Cups. Ow. Your connecting energy is the 8 of Wands reversed with the Star reversed. So, this is interesting. I feel like this is a connection that has either, like, this is what I would describe group 2 as a developing connection. Either you and this person are new in each other's lives, or you have had some ups and downs, and at this point you're still developing the connection together. It just feels like for your connecting energy, that there are issues being triggered within each other in the process of the two of you trying to get closer to the other person. And I feel like a lot of these issues have to do with yourself and you needing individual time to work over fears and past issues that had occurred in previous relationships. It does seem like one person in particular is being very triggered by what they have experienced previously in other relationships or connections, while the other person is more attached to what the other person is doing. So let's talk about person A. Person A is very focused on person B. Person A is someone who is not doing well with limited contact. So if you are in a situation where the two of you don't talk very often or you hardly see each other, person A is really stressed out about that to the point where they don't like no contact. They just want clarity and they want clear communication. And I feel like person A has realized that there is a certain amount of accountability on them to make their intentions clearer to person B. Person A is feeling like person B is someone that, first of all, makes them very happy, but they also don't know how to properly express this all the time to person B. So they often try to show it in their mood, in their energy. This is someone who gets really excited to see person B. This is someone who really lights up whenever person B is around. They smile a lot. Their whole demeanor changes. They get really bubbly and happy, but they struggle to communicate those feelings. They are someone who sees a future with person B. They anticipate building something long term. However, that just feels like the type of energy that person A is in general. Person A seems to be someone who is looking for stability and longevity. And at times their actions contradict this because this person has the tendency to fall very quickly or just become very attached very easily. This person may have obsessive tendencies and not in a way that they aren't aware. They know that about themselves. They just seem to get attached very quickly. It reminds me of like ADHD obsessiveness. It just feels like person A spends a lot of time thinking about person B and trying not to think about person B. Person A definitely feels like this is a significant situation that needs more attention and that could develop into something more as well. Like person A is feeling overall optimistic is what I would say. But there is also a feeling of possessiveness here. And I think that if your connection isn't official yet, person A is very afraid of things falling apart due to the fact that you have not both been very clear and very honest with each other. I see that person A could come across as someone who is very charming, and because they light up whenever they're around person B, this sometimes looks like they just get a lot of attention in general. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I can see person B over here not trusting person A's demeanor because of that. Person B feels very, what I would liken to being introverted, if not just shy. Person B is someone who feels like they can't entirely trust person A. Person A has a lot of confidence about them and seems to come across in a very eager and keen, excited way. But person B feels like that confidence is misguided or like that confidence is hiding something. Person B definitely has reservations. Person B is a lot more internal, and they do a lot of processing and thinking, and they like to kind of keep a lot of their thoughts to themselves as well. So person B is quieter in this connection. I wouldn't be surprised for some of you if person B is actually like really loud around people they're comfortable with, but in this connection, they're quieter. So whatever person A isn't saying, person B isn't saying 10 times, you know. There is a feeling here of person A giving person B the impression that they could hurt them. Person B is just afraid of rejection here, although they have a lot of potential and passion for person A. person B is really hoping for the right outcome in this situation. They feel positive. They feel like they've picked up on the signs, but there's also this feeling of, I ultimately just don't know. Like, I'm almost getting person B having one foot here, one foot there, just in case, you know, like just in case. And for some of you, this isn't the case of in being interested in two people at the same time. It's the case of, well, I like this person, but I don't want to get my hopes up, so I'm going to keep them at a distance just in case. So person B has a very soft energy about them, and it almost gives me the vibe that for some of you, person B is still recovering from some kind of pain or from some kind of trigger. I feel like person B has either been cheated on in the past, or they've just had connections go wrong to the point where they felt betrayed, or they felt like they were led on. And I just see that person B over here is just feeling like the situation with person A is a high risk situation. And there's this energy here of person B holding back because they're afraid that if they give too much, they may be misleading person A, first of all, because they're not 100% sure that they're ready for what person A wants, but they're also not 100% sure that person A wants what they want as well. So I'm seeing person B wanting two new beginnings here. One of passion, being inspired to try to change the circumstances of the connection currently, because person B is missing person A and wanting to get closer to them. But there's also this desire for emotional intimacy. And I feel like person B, whether they know this about themselves or not, they actually need a lot of emotional reassurance in a connection, whether this is a friendship, a romance, whatever. They need emotional reassurance, especially with the Page of Cups to the Ace of Cups. Person B's current energy is that I need person A to tell me that they care about me, and to not just show me. Like, I appreciate the effort and trying to get my attention and being so bubbly, but like, I need reassurance emotionally that this person is good for me. So I do see with the Seven of Swords and the Hermit reversed, there is some behavior over here that is a little bit sabotagey towards the connection. This looks like someone who's trying to keep their cards close to their chest. This looks like someone that's contradicting their own wisdom. This is somebody who is quite mature, or they've been through enough in life to know how to treat people, at least, and how to get what you want through the actions that you take. But at times I see them regressing and just sort of internalizing and being very guarded and careful, especially with their actions. Their actions are very intentional, person B, and their communication is even more intentional. I see that this person may be avoiding person A, or just communicating with them for the moment until they feel more sure of what to do about these desires for new beginnings. So we're going to have a look at your recent interactions with each other. Which deck are we using for that, Spirit? Yeah, okay, we're going to use this Romance Lovers deck. All right. Your recent interaction with each other. This will help me understand why you're both in the current energy that you're in. So from person A's perspective, how did their recent interaction go? Person A is having the Three of Cups come out. How did their recent interaction go? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. That's why person A is feeling so confident. Can we focus, please? The Ten of Pentacles. What else can you tell? And the Page of Cups in the reverse position for person A. I apologize, this camera is not focusing automatically anymore, and if I spend all the time trying to do that with each card, these readings end up being way longer than they are already. So what are person B's thoughts about their recent interaction? How does person B see their recent interaction? The Moon, the Hermit. Yeah, they've been thinking a lot about your recent interaction. Person B has been really thinking about it a lot. We have the moon coming out first. What are person B's thoughts about their recent interaction? We have the 7 of Wands. Wow. I'm hearing that Calvin Harris song. I feel so close to you right now. Person B's thoughts about their recent interaction. We have the 2 of Pentacles. So this person is insecure about other people impacting this connection, whether you've got other friends or whether you have other love interests or just you look like somebody who, like if you're person A, person B is looking at person A and going like, dang, this person could have anybody. Do they even really want me? Yeah, we have the 9 of Cups reversed, and underneath that was the Hierophant reversed. So the connecting energy is, where do we grow from here? With the 9 of Cups reversed, you're both kind of looking at this situation in a different way in terms of how you can both benefit from this connection and from each other. I've got to be honest with you, person A, their perception of person B is a little bit selfish. They're looking at person B and they're going, I think you could make me really happy because you boost my confidence and I feel so good when you're around and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying that's bad, but there is an energy of being blinded from there is a disconnect here. One person is so optimistic and they're looking at the connection like, wow, this could be great for us and for me. And like we could go so far and we belong to each other. And then person B is just like, I feel frightened and attracted at the same time. So it kind of feels like person B is very afraid of getting their feelings hurt and getting into a situation where they're just being used by the other person. And person A is feeling like they need person B and that person B makes them so happy. So there is this kind of disconnect in terms of what you want from each other and how you actually work well together. And in your recent interaction, I think that you both would have walked away feeling emotionally unsatisfied. Person B especially, but even person A. Person A did not feel emotionally satisfied. We have the 5 of Cups, not the 3 of Cups, with the 10 of Pentacles and the Knave of Chalices. So I thought this was the 3, but person A was actually feeling disappointed. Person A had a change of heart about this connection the last time they reconnected, because it feels like person A with the 10 of Pentacles here had a lot of high hopes. We have the 10 of Pentacles twice. Person A had a lot of high hopes about where this was going to head, what was going to happen, and they feel like this connection is about longevity. So as much as they desire this person now, person A is just feeling like, I need to start building the right kinds of seeds and planting the right kinds of seeds, building the right foundations with this person to set this connection up for the future success that it deserves. And with the 5 of Chalices here, it feels like their heart was telling them something's not right about the situation. You need to consider approaching it differently. Something happened between the two of you to make person A feel at the very least disappointed, but at the most slightly protective, like, gosh, I have to be careful, like this person is coming across in a way where they could hurt me, which is very different, because I'm seeing with the Page of Cups reversed, person A does almost feel like they are owed an apology, or like there was a misunderstanding between actions. They may have said something or they may have forgotten to say something that they feel has impacted this connection. So person A is looking like someone that doesn't know what to say or what to do at this point in time. Why is it so dark now? Whereas person B, the last interaction, they were very internal. The moon here, this person was completely inside themselves, in their mind, in their head, overthinking, stewing, getting very confused as well. Person B feels like someone who has been so in their head about it at this point that they are very confused. They don't have any clarity, and they're just stewing over old information that is making this situation even more confusing. Person B is definitely at a point where they are drawing a lot of conclusions and assumptions that are harmful to this connection. Person B is assuming some things that aren't actually right. In fact, person B's insecurities could be that person A is not being faithful or is not treating this connection with the respect that it deserves. And I see that person B is also trying to work up the courage to confront these fears. And the last time that the two of you interacted, person B was feeling very heated is the best way that I could describe it. Not like in a way where they're in competition, although there could have been other people around that impacted this feeling. It more so feels like person B felt like they had to prove themselves to person A, and they didn't like that feeling of like being a gladiator in a pit with a lion. They were a bit terrified. There was fear there, but there was also this passion. I'm hearing, I don't like the way that you make me feel. We also have the Two of Pentacles reversed. So person B's energy towards person A, last time you interacted, it feels like person B ultimately ran out of time to confront their fears and to gain the courage to be able to talk about the things that they're internalizing, let alone act on them. It feels like person B felt like the meeting or the interaction was cut short, and that the situation kind of left them with pieces to pick up. Like, I'm seeing that this person is under the assumption that your connection is very much lopsided now, especially if person A was the one who tried to make an honest effort. Person B is realizing, like, goodness, like, I'm the one that keeps actually making this harder for both of us. Person B has some really bad image of themselves right now based on the last interaction, because they really feel like they let this connection down in some way. So that could be why person A is expecting an apology or expecting person B to reach out. It's very interesting. Let's have a look at your next action / current intentions towards each other for group 2, please, Spirit. There's that 3 of Cups. I can't believe I thought that 5 of Cups was the 3 of Cups. Crazy. Okay, for group 2, what are person A's current intentions and next actions towards person B? Yeah, I'm hearing person A singing that Hopelessly Devoted song from Greece that's sung by Sandy, Hopelessly Devoted to You. So person A feels like a very loyal person, especially with the 10 of Pentacles and the Sun card and the Devil card, like hopelessly devoted. Whereas person B, I'm not saying they're not loyal, but there's a level of insecurity here that is impacting the connection, pulling away, hot and cold. What is person A's current intentions and next actions towards person B, please, Spirit? Person A's current intentions and next actions towards person B. We have the Lovers card coming out first. This person A's. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We also had the 10 of Cups slip out as well. I apologize that it's not focusing. We got to keep rolling. What are person B's current intentions and next actions? We have the 5 of Swords. That's 5 of Swords. We also have the 6 of Cups. One more card. We have the 7 of Wands reversed. Okay, this is interesting. At the back of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups. So something does need to change in order for success here. I do see a change of heart being your current focus on both ends in terms of intentions. Likely what is going to happen next is either you're both going to have to decide what you're willing to put in to get this connection in the right direction, or you're both going to try to be more honest. Now, a lot of this is weighing in the hands of person B, because person A has been clear and they've been trying to build a bridge, is what I feel, to get closer to person B. But person B, on the other hand, is feeling all the feelings, but struggling to get them into alignment with where they want this connection to go. So the Five of Cups will always be, for me, a change in the emotional dynamic, which could be the change that this connection needs. It really depends on how much courage person B can muster. But let's talk about person A. So current intentions and next actions. Person A is wanting to kind of get this connection going in the right direction. So I do see a bit of a desperate attempt, but I don't think that this person is going to overextend themselves. This person is trying to be patient and give person B space, but they also want to have a clear communication or clear conversation with person B about what they're seeing and how they're feeling. With the Lovers card here, I see person A really hoping for a honest conversation, or at least some sort of meaningful interaction where genuine thoughts can be shared and a serious connection can be had, not just a fleeting moment, not just a quick hello, not just a nod of acknowledgement, like a meaningful moment with a decent conversation. And they're hoping that this will lead them connection to be able for both people to see eye to eye, for lack of a better word. But with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, this person is feeling frustrated with the lack of progress. So their intentions are to kind of leave a lot of this in person B's court. They're kind of just putting the ball over there and saying, if you want this, like, dribble it my way and I'll give it back. Like, I'm ready, but I need to see that you are too. And I feel with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, there is a feeling of person A putting their foot down and saying, like, I deserve this, or this is where I'm at. Like, I need you to meet me halfway. I'm not just out here digging a hole for the two of us. Like, I want to pave a pathway forward. And right now it feels like I'm in a hole by myself. That's what it feels like. This is a doer, and they're sick of doing everything. With the Ten of Cups, there's a strong feeling of wanting emotional fulfillment, of wanting that emotional connection and that sense of, like, we both care about this connection enough to want to work on it. I feel like person A has already a very strong attachment to person B, and they just want to be sure that they're not getting their hopes up as well. So that's how they're shifting. That's the change in their energy, and that's why they're trying to stay so positive right now with the Sun. It's why they're trying to get out of their head with the Eight of Crystals reversed, but also maintain their sense of what they want and what they deserve with the Ten of Pentacles. That's why with the Ace of Crystals reversed, they aren't just leaping forward, because they have a very strong sense of self. And while they're very loyal, they're not going to compromise their own worth to make things overtly easy for someone who doesn't want them as much as they do with the Ace of Crystals reversed. So that's the kind of trap that they are in at the moment with the Devil and the Four of Crystals reversed. It's this feeling of, like, you have me, but it's kind of unhealthy for me, so I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm not going to revisit my previous tendencies of overgiving and overdoing just because I really like you. You know, so person B over here with the Five of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Seven of Wands, person B is trying to figure out how to overcome their fears. Person B is well aware that they need courage in this situation, but they don't feel like they can at this point rise up to the challenge in the way that person A is expecting them to, if I'm honest. So person B with the Seven of Wands reversed has some resignation, and it is helping them get over their fears. Sorry, group 2, we were cut off because my camera stopped recording. Last thing I was saying is that they have resignations and they're hoping to overcome their fears. I spoke for so long before I realized it stopped recording, so I don't even know what I said in between. This is terrible, but I'm pretty sure I was talking about the Seven of Wands. So we're going to go over to the Six of Cups next. I just feel like this person, they're they're being very careful and cautious. I've got to be honest with you, group 2. Person B is just looking forward to seeing person A again. Whereas person A is looking at person B like, you are my everything. Like, you are my 10 of cups. You could be my forever. So there is a disconnect in terms of emotional needs and emotional wishes. And I think that's just because person B is over here trying to really play it safe, like really trying to be careful about how much they expect, because they do feel like someone who's used to having it all fall apart, or who's not expecting it to go very far, if I'm honest. With the 5 of Swords here, I see that person B's actions are going to be an attempt of changing what they have been doing currently. It feels like this person is going from not doing enough or barely doing anything to trying to figure out how to do more. But I'll be honest, the 5 of Swords is a very messy energy, and it can feel unnatural. It can cause conflict because of that. It can cause disagreements, and it can make people want to just walk away instead of listen, because they're not used to hearing and they're not used to speaking. So I do see person B wanting to change their approach and their communication, but there is this feeling of, is that going to be helpful? You may not like what I have to say, you may not want to listen, or you may not like what I have to give. So it's very interesting. There's this defeatist energy over here in person B's energy, whereas person A is just like, this is what I know, and I'm sticking with what I know and how I feel, and that's where I'm at. Like, there's a strong disconnect here, which is interesting. Is there anything else that I need to tell them, Spirit, that I have forgotten? Person B's... Yeah, I just see them trying to calm themselves down a lot next time the 2 of you meet. I see person B just trying to calm themselves down. So whatever actions they take, they're going to test the waters first, and then they're going to try to do something they haven't done yet. And then they're going to hope that it is worth it based on how you receive them. They're going to be seeking confirmation and emotional validation, because this person is really in need of that emotional reassurance. Like, they don't just need you to say, oh, that looks cool. Like, they want that real, like, strong emotional presence of like, it's okay, you're safe, you know, before they kind of push themselves beyond what they're used to. It feels like this person has a very low threshold, like, or very, yeah, like they can only do so much before they get worried that they're doing too much, or that they're just going to open themselves up too much and get hurt. There's something happened to this person where they really struggle to trust. They really struggle to trust, and they constantly assume the worst, and they're always in their head. So when they meet someone like this, it just feels like it's too good to be true, and it's just there to mock them more than help them. So let's get some channeled messages, and then we're going to get some advice. So starting with person A, what does person A want to say to person B? What does person A want to say to person B? We have, I worry about us a lot, the 7 of Swords reversed. What does person A want to say to person B? 4 of Cups, will you choose me? What does person A want to say? 6 of Swords, I just want space. What does person A want to say to person B? Got 2 cards. The 7 of Cups / 7 of Pentacles, I just dream and wish for everything. And we have the 9 of Swords, please give me time. I've never felt this way before. What does person B want to say to person A, please, Spirit? Person B, I want a fresh start with you. The 2 aces, that's the Ace of Wands. What does person B want to say to person A? I'm addicted to you, the Devil card. We have the Ace of Wands again. I have so much desire for you. What else does person B want to say to person A? I am in so much pain. We have light. And your connecting energy is the Seven of Wands. Let me hold you with the Six of Cups under that. I know you from somewhere. So it's clear to me as an outsider that there is a strong chemical connection. You both have chemistry. You're both very attracted to each other and you both feel that energetic bond, okay? So regardless of the mixed signals, the confusion, whoever you are in this equation, you both feel that energetic bond. I'd see person A is just trying their best to come across as authentic and someone that can be trusted. Person A is trying to be as transparent and crystal clear as they can. They want to say to person B that you have no reason to not trust me. Like, I am a trustworthy person. I am a very loyal person, and they're trying to show that in their actions. Person A, especially if they can't communicate with person B right now, they're trying to show in their actions that they are a very trustworthy person. And they also are still struggling with this feeling of, at the end of the day, I don't entirely know what you want. I'm just trying to give you the space that you need. So person A is feeling like this connection has hit stagnancy, especially on an emotional level, even if this is a friendship. Group 2, person A is feeling like the two of you are not connecting as well as you could be. You're in a bit of a safety net right now, a comfort zone. And there is a feeling of stagnancy, like we're letting the connection just lull itself into both of us not really trying anymore. I'm trying to give you space is what person A is saying. I'm trying to give you the time you need to heal, and I'm trying to give myself the reassurance I need to stay optimistic and to stay invested. I see person A working through their own defeatist mentality of, like, maybe this is worth giving up on. Maybe I should just throw in the towel. This is too much work. But they constantly have to overcome that thought in order to stay present in the connection. I see person A getting frustrated with the delays, but also being very clear about the fact that right now, the only person they want and they're thinking about is person B. I'm frustrated, but that doesn't mean I'm running off to other people. Like, you're the only thing that I'm focused on, the only one that I want. We have, please give me time. I've never felt this way before. So I do see person A acknowledging themselves making mistakes in the past and still feeling like they aren't handling this situation as well as they could. They're trying to be patient, but I also feel like they don't entirely understand where person B is coming from with all of these roadblocks, delays, and confusion. Person B is just feeling like a very different kind of person to what person A has personally experienced, and they're trying to empathize, but they don't entirely understand where person B is coming from. So they're trying to ask for patience while they get their head around the challenges that person B is experiencing. I do see with the Nine of Swords that person A is trying to say that they spend a lot of time at night thinking about person B as well. And however busy they look during the day, or however happy they look, on social media, or when they're away from person B, like, they do still have these quiet moments where they connect and they want person B there. So over here with person B, it's very clear that person B wants a do-over. Person B is acknowledging a failed first attempt. Person B is acknowledging that there's a lot of passion here, but they're also acknowledging that there have been some red flags in terms of codependency and needs versus expectations. Person B is feeling very attracted to person A, and they're very overwhelmed with the chemistry or the need to want to be around each other. Even if this is just a friendship, it's like, I'm very attached to you. So there is this strong feeling of that devil energy on both sides. Person B definitely wants that new start. They want that fresh start. And they're also afraid of how much they rely on person A to be their source of light and clarity, because ultimately this light card is a representation of clarity and darkness. So I feel like person B is just grateful for the presence and the shine that person A offers person B. And there is also a feeling of guilt around that, if I'm honest, and it's a varying level of guilt depending on your individual connection. But there is an acknowledgement here of, I'm sorry that I rely on you to be the source of clarity and optimism in this connection. So person B is definitely feeling like they need to work through their issues with I am in so much pain reversed, and they need to clear away emotional baggage and any other emotional blockages that are standing in the way of this connection being successful. So let's get you an advice card now for group 2. What is the advice for group 2? Yeah. Wow. I might get that card as well. I was only going to get one card, but I think this one is for you as well. So it's not going to resonate with everyone, this advice, but for those who need it, we're going to take it just in case. So the first card for you is I am worthy. I am worth loving. Excuse me. I was going to say I'm worthy loving. I am worth loving. So the back of this card says, a powerful affirmation is to stand with arms wide open and say, I am willing to let the love in. It is safe to let the love in. So regardless of which side of the fence you sit on, this affirmation card is going to help bring more stability and compassion into this connection by really focusing on that love that the two of you are trying to focus on already. I do see that person B especially needs this affirmation, whereas person A is just going to use this as an affirmation. Person A has that, they just need to hold on to that in order to bring the stability that this connection needs. And secondly, we also have forgiveness is a gift to myself. This is especially helpful for those of you who are struggling with a feeling of betrayal or a lack of trust and needing to forgive in order to move forward in this connection. The back of this card says, forgiving frees me from the past and allows me to live in the present. When I forgive myself and others, I am free. And that is ultimately about setting yourself up for future success in any connection, not just this one. This is about gaining that freedom to move forward and accept the love that you deserve from whoever it is that you are seeking it from. So that is what I'm seeing for you, group 2, when it comes to where this connection is headed right now. I do see your connection needing a lot of work. That's why it feels like a growing connection, especially on person B's side. But I'm not saying that it's just them, like person A as well. It's about why are we so focused on this, on how this can move forward. And it's going to be individual, like based on your individual circumstances. Some of you may not want the connection to progress forward, whereas others of you may need to reassess your boundaries in order to get this connection headed in the right direction, depending on how much you're giving. I hope that this reading offered you perspective to be able to understand things from your person's point of view and to get that bigger idea of what is going on a grander scale, while also confirming how your own actions are contributing to the current outcome. So I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. I'm going to take this into the extended reading where we'll have a look at whether there is anything or anyone else you need to know about that could be impacting this connection. We're also going to get you a lot more advice, and we're going to have a look at, we might get more channeled messages as well. But we're also going to have a look at how you can get the best possible outcome out of this connection. So that will be in the extended reading. The link will be in the description box. It'll be ready to go when you are. I shall see you there. Before you go, group 2, wherever you're going, thank you so much for all of your support right here on YouTube. Thank you for supporting me, this community, and free tarot in general. And I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye. Hi group 3 and welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful indigenous design earring, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome. So let me just let it focus for you. We're going to have issues with that throughout the reading, so I'm sorry about it, y'all. I don't know what to do in terms of the lighting. We're just going to have to deal. Group 3, I'm filming your reading later at night. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know. It's been about 4 days of me getting through this video and just making sure that I have enough energy for each of the groups. So now that I'm rested and recharged, I'm about to do your reading now. We've got a lot to cover, group 3, so before we get into it, make sure you get some water or something to drink, something to take notes with, to make sure that you're taking notes of the messages that resonate. And of course you should also maybe get something to eat, if I'm honest with you. It's going to be a long reading. Let's get into it. I'm using a new deck today, my beautiful Dreamy Moons tarot deck. If you would like to get your hands on this deck, I have a link in my description box that will take you to the Tarot Stack website. Tarot Stack is basically a small business that supports independent tarot creators and oracle creators. So a lot of their profits go back to the artist. They're just a beautiful source of independent tarot content. So if you like supporting small businesses and independent artists, I highly recommend getting your decks from Tarot Stack, and that way you can get them all delivered at once as well. That's where it can be tricky when you buy things from like Etsy or eBay. I'm not saying don't support those people, because by all means spend your money how you want to, but I really like personally supporting Tarot Stack for what they do. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get your reading started, sweets. We've got a lot to cover. We're going to start by looking at where is this connection headed in terms of your current energies, person A versus person B. Where is this connection headed based on person A's current energies? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of messages wanting to come out. We have the 8 of Stars in the reverse position. Where is this connection headed in terms of person A's current energy, please, Spirit, towards person B? For group 3, we have the Queen of Cups in the upright position. Where is this connection headed in terms of person A's current energies? We have the 6 of Wands as well. Can I please clarify that 8 of Stars for person A? What is their energy towards person B? Okay. We have the Star card coming out. Can I please clarify that Queen of Cups? What is person A's current energy towards person B? We have the 5 of Stars in the reverse position. Clarify that 6 of Wands too, please, Spirit. Okay, we have the Page of Cups reversed. Okay, let's look at person B now. What is person B's current energies towards person A? What is person B's current energies towards person A? Got a lot of cards that are already flipped, so I'm going to flip these back over and we're going to take this card. We have the 7 of Wands in the reverse position. What are person B's current energies towards person A? Okay, we're supposed to take this. The 6 of Crystals in the reverse position. What are person B's current energies towards person A? We have the Six of Cups. I'm sorry about this focusing, you guys. Clarify the Seven of Wands. We have the Two of Stars. Clarify the Six of Crystals. Person B's energy towards person A. We have the Lovers. Clarify the Six of Cups. We have the High Priestess. My gosh. At the back of the deck, we do have the Three of Cups reversed, and underneath that was the King of Stars. So that's your joining energy, your connecting energy. The King of Stars in this deck is actually the King of Pentacles, and the crystals is swords. So that's the translation there. From your connecting energy, there is a strong feeling of you are both trying to be respectful of each other right now. I want to go ahead and guess that there could be reasons why the two of you cannot be more invested in each other than you currently are. There could be some sort of like physical restraint, or like some sort of implied restraint. Like, I'm almost getting, for the King of Stars to be here, there's a feeling of just needing to be respectful of the way that things are right now. So for some of you, this could be the indication that your person has a certain responsibility to uphold, or a certain, what's the best word for it? Like, image to uphold. And so they're trying to remain almost stoic, but just respectful is the best word that I can use to describe it. Excuse me, I got hiccups now. With the Three of Cups reversed, I can't help but feel like there may be a need to keep things tame between you. Like, the connecting energy is this feeling of emotional separation, and it may not be that big of an emotional separation for some of you, but it certainly feels like this feeling of trying to just be friendly, or trying not to make it too obvious that you have feelings for each other. That's what it feels like. Now, this is technically a general reading. I understand that a lot of you ask about love and romance, but I'm going to try to cater for those who are asking about platonic connections as well. So I feel like there is an obvious feeling of keeping each other at an arm's length, or pretending like the connection isn't there. Let's talk about person A first. Person A's current energy towards person B is that they have really kind of pulled back. They've really tried to look at this connection as, I'm just going to have to focus on my other responsibilities, and I'm going to have to pull back the amount of effort that I put into this. This person believes that this is the best thing that they could do with the Star card here. They feel like that is a very healing and helpful approach. And they're also considering somebody else's feelings here. So take that as it resonates, but I almost feel like this person is just trying to kind of look good in the eyes of other people with the Star here. Like, they've got a public reputation to uphold. I can't help but feel like this person is trying to make a lot of people happy. It gives me humanitarian vibes. It gives me that Aquarian nature of trying to be a good role model, or trying to kind of model the image of someone who can, you know, have their cake and eat it. So I almost feel like they're afraid of messing that up if they pursue this connection too heavily right now. But with the Queen of Cups being here and the Five of Stars, I can't help but feel like any separation between the two of you may have been intentional on person A's part, but that doesn't change how person A feels. The Queen of Cups tells me that person A is feeling very invested in this connection. They have a lot of care for person B. I'm hearing they're devoted. So they can't deny the fact that they actually care a lot about person B, to the point where they feel almost like they have this need to show that. Like, I'm getting that this person may have given the impression that they don't care about person B. And so they almost feel like they, at this point, are trying to really put on a very loving and affectionate front to cater for this Five of Stars reversed, which is the Five of Pentacles, a feeling of being left behind, a feeling of rejection even, a feeling of you're not giving enough. The situation has left me feeling without. And it's interesting how that energy is mirrored in person B's energy, because I just see that person A with the Six of Wands and the Page of Cups reversed. Person A's energy is very much about public image. It's about looking successful, and it's about appearing like some sort of hero. And I can't help but feel like person A may even at times try to do things to get person B's attention, almost like they're showing off for person B. I can't help but feel like person A just loves the attention that person B gives them. And almost to the point where they don't at times consider how their actions aren't really very telling. Like I'm seeing with the Page of Cups reversed that the way that they try to get person B's attention isn't what person B wants from them. There's like a disconnect in terms of love language. It's like, well, no, like I just want quality time. But this person tries to do grand acts and give like elaborate gifts. And it's like, no, I just want time. So it almost feels like with the Page of Cups reversed, person A is making up for something that happened to person B. And I can't help but feel like even though they're not, with the Eight of Stars, able to do the most, they are still trying to do enough to kind of keep person B, one, interested. I just saw 1111. But also two, aware of the fact that they are trying. Like despite the fact that I can't sacrifice my other responsibilities with this Eight of Stars, I can't give more than I currently am, I still care. That's the vibe over here. Whereas person B, on the other hand, person B is in a very different energy. I'll be honest, person B feels like they've somewhat surrendered. Person B is trying to be accepting and understanding towards person A, but we first see the Seven of Wands reversed to the Two of Stars upright. That's the Two of Pentacles. And this connection over here makes me think that person B is looking at person A like, you need to try harder because I'm not going to. Person B feels a little bit like the odds are stacked against them, and that the timing with this connection is just not seemingly going well right now. They feel like either they're very busy or person A is very busy. Both seem to be disconnected at times, and it kind of feels like person B is having to juggle this connection with other things that are going on in their life. They are feeling with the Seven of Wands reversed like a little bit disarmed by the adversity this connection is facing. They almost feel like, how am I supposed to overcome this? It's a very complicated situation right now. And they also feel with the Seven of Wands reversed that this whole connection has hit a point where it's probably going to take a lot more effort to get to where they want it to be. Like I am seeing underneath all of this a strong feeling of loyalty with this King of Stars, and a strong feeling of doing things for the, like, what's the word? Doing things in a way where we're not stepping on other people's toes, because that's the thing with the Seven of Wands reversed. It's almost like you have to defend your victory. It's like I've had my Six of Wands moment where I'm the hero and my village is welcoming me home and congratulating me. And then with the Seven of Wands, it's like being threatened to maintain your sense of victory and stand up for yourself. So when that card's reversed, it feels like this person is either overwhelmed by the sense of competition or just feeling like it's a lot to take on right now, the energies in this connection. And I think that for some of you, person A may be like a public figure, or they may be someone that gets a lot of attention, or they could just be someone who is really kind of demanded or in demand, because person B is looking at person A like, wow, like so many people want their attention. How do I stand out? Whereas person A is trying to stand out to person B. And person B is like, oh gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Person A is like, why aren't they noticing me yet? It's so interesting. So with the Six of Crystals reversed and the Lovers upright, I feel like person B's current energy is just trying to stay aware of past mistakes and past issues when it comes to what they've healed recently, as well as what they've kind of worked through in the long run. Person B feels like person A is making them think a lot of their past and whether this connection is what they want for their future. I see person B ultimately trying to weigh up the options of what to do and how to move forward. And I can't help with the Lovers card but think that person B is thinking a lot of themselves right now. Not in a negative way, like not in a selfish way. It feels like person B is just thinking like, gosh, at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me, you know? And this connection, I just don't know where it's headed. I almost see person B thinking a lot about all the interactions between the two of you and just sort of reflecting on what has happened so far and trying to get an understanding of where things are going in the near future based on what has already happened. And then with the Six of Cups upright and the High Priestess, it kind of looks like person B is wanting to have a moment where they can just sit down and discuss all of this with person A. There is a very softness in this energy. Like person A has a lot of love and care and devotion for person B. And person B is feeling very warm and just at peace when they're with person A. But when they're not with person A, they feel like they don't have a lot of person A's energy and attention, if that makes sense. So regardless of where your connection is at, person B is feeling a little bit threatened by the unknown, especially with the High Priestess reversed. Person B is experiencing fears associated with what is next. Where is this going? What do I have to do to secure this warm feeling for longer? Person B feels a bit threatened here, group 3, that things could change suddenly due to some sort of external energetic thing that seems to be pulling person A's energy away from person B. Excuse me, my nose is a bit itchy. And this could have to do with person B even needing to move or travel away from person A. They're feeling anxious about leaving them. If that resonates, it's not going to resonate with all of you. So that's where your current energies are at. Let's have a look at how you both felt about your recent interaction with one another. Group 3, how did person A feel about their recent interaction with person B? Whether this was in person or via text or online, how did person A feel? We have the Tower reversed, and this deck is explicit, so you've been warned. How was person A feeling? I'm going to have to just shuffle again. We only need one card at a time, please, Spirit. How was person A? We have the Eight of Cups in the upright position. How was person A feeling the last time? Seven of Wands upright. How was person B feeling during their last interaction with person A? Person B, please, Spirit. We have the Empress. How is person B feeling? We have the Seven of Chalices reversed. How is person B feeling during their last interaction with person A? Ooh, person B, please, Spirit. We have the Seven of Swords. So 7 seems to be a very significant number. At this stage, we have the Two of Cups at the back of the deck, but I may clarify, so we'll see how we go. that is your bottom deck energy, the Two of Chalices. So I'm seeing the Page of Cups reversed again as well. Let me just get a quick sip of water, and this is your cue to stay hydrated too. Starting with person A, let me get my crystals back. 7 is a very significant number. We have 1 7 here, 2 7s there. I'm sure there was a 7 up here too, yeah. I just end the 17 with the Star card. I can't help but feel like this connection is very divinely guided right now for better. So even if things seem to be getting worse, trust that that is what is best for you right now. I feel like person A, during your last interaction together, person A felt like this interaction ended abruptly or started abruptly. Something about this interaction with the Tower reverse did not go according to plan, but it also felt very much out of their control. Person A was looking at this situation like, how can I fix this? What have I done? Person A feels like they've done something here to cause emotional separation, but also a lack of foundation and stability. I can see that person A thinks that this connection is rocky, and it has been rocked by a significant change or a significant change that happened in the past. And it's almost like, how do we rebuild from here? Or what can I do to make it up to them? I genuinely feel like person A is almost feeling guilty with this 8 of Cups and 7 of Wands. They feel like they have to prove themselves. And in their last interaction with them, person A very much was trying to prove themselves to person B. I almost feel like for some of you, person A had to try to gain back the trust that they may have compromised with person B, and person A was feeling like, I have to go again. So like, what's going to happen while I'm gone? Are you just going to worry? Am I going to worry? Should I be worried? There's this feeling of leaving things on a bad note over here during your last interaction. And it really feels like person A felt it more, because person B just looks like they had boundaries up. They were being in a very healthy energy of self-care, self-love, and self-awareness. And they looked so good. Like, they thought that their person looked all right, but they knew that they looked good. It's highly likely that person B had either a glow up or a significant physical change. And I don't even mean like weight loss. For some of you, person B even put on weight, but they looked good. It just feels like they looked healthy. They were thriving, and they were trying to stay grounded. However, I definitely feel like emotionally their energy towards person A was that they were confused. They didn't know what person A's game was and whether they could genuinely trust person A. I am seeing that for this group, there is a feeling of, what do I choose? How am I supposed to feel? So for some of you, a lot of water is under the bridge in this connection. With the 7 of Swords reversed, person B was trying to stay open and receptive, but I can't help but feel like they had a protective mechanism here. It almost feels like they had their cards close to their chest. They were trying to be receptive, but not too open, too honest. And if things got out of control, I feel like person B would have had a trap card to play. Especially if you've watched Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll know what that means. But I almost feel like the energy that person B was giving up is, I really don't know if I can trust you. I'm not sure where this connection is going, and I'm not sure how to really communicate in order to kind of ease your mind and ease my own mind. I almost feel like person B had questions, but they withheld them. And I almost feel like person B was trying to remain somewhat mysterious or disconnected. With the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Swords both reversed, it's almost like they were trying to be elusive and mysterious. But I think that they were overthinking and overanalyzing the situation, whereas person A was just like, what has gone wrong here? Like, what have I done? How have I ruined this? Why isn't it the same? How is this issue? I'm hearing, how is this still an issue? So for some of you, person A was like, I thought we worked through this. But it feels like really they just kind of left a crumbling tower and then came back and was like, you still haven't rebuilt that? That's what it feels like. So bizarre. So, Six of Chalices. Look at this. In this deck, the Six of Cups is a very nostalgic card. It's not that warm feeling that person B was feeling. It's this feeling of missing and looking back at an old memory, almost with sadness. I feel that for some of you, you waited a very long time for this person to come back. And then when they came back, it was kind of like, oh, really? Like, that's all you've got? I thought you were going to give more. I thought this connection has fizzled out is what it feels like. We're not even trying as hard as we used to. There used to be so much passion. Now I don't know what to expect from you. So it's interesting. Okay. What is happening in the near future? Let's have a look at your next actions and current intentions towards each other. So for person A, first, group 3, please, Spirit. Person A, what are their current intentions and next actions towards person B? What are person A's current intentions or next actions? Current intentions. What are person B's current intentions and current actions towards person A? Person B, please, Spirit, towards person A. Thank you. At the back of the deck, we have, look at that. The Ace of Swords was under that Two of Cups card. But at the back of this deck, we have the Knight of Wands. I'm going to take it for now. If I need to clarify, I will. Let's start with person A again. First card that came out was the Five of Wands in the upright position as well. We have the Hermit reversed with the King of Pentacles upright. Is that focused? There. You can see yourself in that card. And then over here on person B's side, we have the World card upright. Yeah, I'm hearing I don't want any bad blood. Person B is trying to take the high road. We have the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles, desiring a new beginning, a fresh start, free from baggage. For some of you, this connection is moving into a state of peace only because you've lessened your expectations. I feel this could be lovers to friendship. I'm not going to lie, but we'll get into it. Let's get into it. So you're connecting energy as the Knight of Wands. Excuse my sitting. I'm just trying to stretch my leg. I can tell that between the two of you, this connection needs a serious change. And you both are anticipating a change to how you approach each other. However, you're both taking it very differently. I feel like person B is trying to take this connection more seriously, but they're also trying to be aware of their needs, and whatever action they choose to take towards person A is a reflection of them having healthy boundaries and a strong focus on self-love. They're protecting themselves from harmful behavior in this connection by also putting up boundaries and just being aware of what they need and aware of the fact that person A may not be able to give them what they need. There is a strong sense of love and devotion to each other, but I can't help but feel like there are other things at play in this connection that kind of pulls the two of you away from each other. And so the focus cannot be solely on each other. Person A over here with the Five of Wands almost feels overwhelmed by the task at hand when it comes to keeping this connection going. Person A feels like they've almost dug their grave through their actions in the past, and they are assuming that in order to keep a positive image of themselves in person B's mind, they either have to fight off some sort of competition or they have to fight off some sort of expectation. It's not even that they have to prove themselves. It's like they have to kind of fight to be heard or seen. I feel like they assume that the bar has been set so high that they are automatically going to come in with a hard edge to them. It doesn't feel like their intentions are to be aggressive, but their intentions are definitely to be seen and to be heard. And it feels very defensive with the 5 of Wands. It feels like they're ultimately trying to change the energy here, but the way that they may go about it could be perceived as just too loud for no reason. Like, it makes me think of those people who, when they're overwhelmed, they just scream and shout. You know, that's what this looks like. With the Hermit over here in the reverse position, I can't help but feel like person A is trying to avoid some sort of obvious glaring issue that they are experiencing within by projecting it onto person B. It literally, sorry, I just reset the camera. It literally looks like person A is at a point where they're either rushing a cycle of introspection or they're forcing themselves to go into isolation. I don't think so though. I'd be surprised. I honestly see this person trying to kind of pass the blame. That's what this feels like with the Hermit reversed. It feels like someone who, instead of saying, oh, it was my fault, they're going, oh, you know, I've been really busy, or this has happened, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it feels like someone who's really just trying to blame it on anything else, rather than absorbing it as a lesson of wisdom and growth and, hey, self-introspection moment needed here. They're choosing to say, well, you know, if that didn't happen, or this didn't happen, or that didn't happen, and this. And it's like, well, ultimately, like, it's your actions that led to this. It's not bad, but for some of you, I see this person popping up after you haven't seen them in a while, and you kind of looking at them and going, yes, like, finally, they've changed. And then they say something and you're like, oh, they haven't changed. In fact, with the King of Pentacles being here again, I wouldn't be surprised if this person is still fiercely protecting their image and sense of self. They have a feeling of respect and care for you. Don't deny that, okay? You two do share that connection and that love for each other. But I still feel like this person is either so concerned about their reputation, or they're so worried about what other people will think. And this King of Pentacles, I just don't know how to feel about it. Let's clarify it, shall we? Spirit, what is going on with this King of Pentacles? And while you're at it, let's clarify the Hermit too, please. 2 cards for the King of Pentacles and the Hermit. 2 cards. Okay. So for the King of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to do the wrong thing. So I'm just going to do what I need to maintain my image and my loyalty, and I'm hearing my responsibilities. Especially if there is some sort of physical reason that the two of you can't be together, i.e. marriage or a job or children, whatever it is. This person is like, I have to be respectful. I don't want to do the wrong thing, so I'm playing it safe. I see them being very stoic. And just cold. Have you ever been around a cold Capricorn or a cold Aquarius before? It's very icy. And they could be feeling a whole lot of positive or negative emotions, but the surface is impenetrable. So clarifying our Hermit, we have Temperance. Yeah, I just see them really trying to hold themselves together. Person A, whether they know it or not, is going to really try to hold themselves together the next time they see person B, being so careful about portraying themselves in a bad way, or about how they portray themselves full stop, that they're going to be so careful. I do see person A reaching out. No, that's not the best way to put it, sweets. Let me say, I do see person A trying to reconcile with person B, but I don't see them initiating it, and I don't see them handling it well. I see them going about it in a rather immature way, where they seem to just be doing things to kind of get person B's attention, and then they get frustrated with the fact that it isn't working anymore, and they feel like they have to be loud and proud. And person B is like, what are you doing? Like, I thought we were beyond this. Why are we revisiting these issues again? Why are we going back to this? I do feel like person A genuinely doesn't want any bad blood, but I just think that they haven't gained that introspection, that wisdom to be able to act in a way that is helpful and healing. So let's have a look at person B. We have the World, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Fool. Person B is growing and learning. I'm not even going to lie. Person B has been reflecting on the past and how they need to act in order to keep moving forward towards their desired future. Person B over here, their intentions are to tie up any loose ends with person A. They want to leave things on a good note, but they also don't want to open that can of worms again. So they're going to do everything they can to seize a baggage-free new opportunity that does not force them to relearn or revisit any past pain, past lessons, past karma. They just want to move forward. It's very obvious with these three cards, all indicating desire for a new beginning, a new start. So I can't help but feel that if person A doesn't come in the same energy, person B will go, no, that's fine. Like, you do you. Person B is going to be so clear about the fact that they just want a fresh start, that they would even be willing, I think, to cut off person A if that's what it took. But I also can't help but feel like person B is part of person A's inspiration. As much as person A may be the one who is so positively publicly received and may have this reputation that they're trying to uphold, it's person B who inspires person A. And your next interaction together, it's person B who is going to kind of steer the future of this connection through what they decide and through their optimism and desire for such a brand new start, a fresh start. It feels like this connection is transforming into a new definition. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if this is a case of lovers turning into friends, because person B has completely reached a point where they just want a fresh start. No baggage, no emotional baggage. Just give me a fresh start. I don't want any more karma. I don't want any more bad blood. I want a reason to celebrate. I want a reason to smile. I want to be able to smile. So give me this new beginning. This Ace of Pentacles, I just can't help but feel like person B is going to be like, you'll always have a strong, fond place in my heart, but I have to stay open to whatever the universe wants to give me. It feels very liberating over here. That's why I'm leaning onto this end, because this end feels liberated and free. That end is making my chest tight. So let's get channeled messages. Let's get channeled messages. Group 3, please, Spirit. Channeled messages. What would person A want to say to person B? What would person A want to say to person B? We have, if I follow you, I could lose everything. So worried about their reputation with the 5 of Swords. We have, I want to start a family with you, the 10 of Pentacles. We have, you are so beautiful. Why do you need me? The 9 of Pentacles. What else does person A want to say to person B? Sex. Sex. My Devil card, number 15. What else does person A want to say to person B? Hi. We have light, yeah. Light reversed. That's that inspiration energy. So what about person B, please, Spirit? What does person B want to say to person A? I'm ready. The Fool card. I'm hearing, with or without you, I can live. with or without you. Maybe. What does group 3's person B want to say to person A? I'm seeing a lot of 3s. We have the 8 of Swords. I'm too afraid to talk to you. What does person B want to say to person A? We also have the 9 of Pentacles. I never imagined so much perfection. So both of you really strongly admiring the other person. One more card. What does person B want to say to person A, please, Spirit? One more card. Strength. Wow. Ego. Courage. Passion. Creativity. Interesting. So many Leo energies. We also have the 2 of Cups. I feel the same way. The back of the deck, we have the Devil. I want to get you drunk. So listen, there's an interesting energy here of trying to just loosen up around each other. You both want to just have a fun time together where you're not overthinking, you're not afraid, you're not in your head, you're just having fun, you're connecting like you used to, and you're having fun like you used to. There is a strong feeling of, especially with the 3 of Cups reversed up here, we don't have fun like we used to. And I think that from person A's side, they feel like it's so hard to get back to that place now because of everything else that they've got going on, because of all their responsibilities, and they're so concerned about what other people will think at this point that there's too strict and structured and stoic. It's giving me Capricorn male vibes or female Aquarius vibes. Whereas over here, this is very much the free spirit of like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm still having fun in my life. Like, I'm still trying to live my best life. And maybe at times, you know, I feel held back. But at the end of the day, like, I'm just trying. It's interesting because I can see how this strong connection to each other is causing its own respective issues. So let's talk about what person A is saying. Person A is saying, if I follow you, I could lose everything. It's this feeling of I'm trying to do what I need to right now, which means I'm also walking away from you. Like, I have to walk away from you right now. I have to change this up. I had to change this up for some of you in the past because if I followed you, I could have lost everything. But this is someone who feels like in the long term, that is what is best for the 2 of you. Family could have come between you in the past, but I see that this person anticipates the opportunity to be a part of each other's lives for the rest of your lives for whatever reason. You could have kids together. You could have mutual friends. That means that you will always see each other at weddings, birthdays, Christmases, etc. But this person just feels like at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a part of group 3 person B's life. And with the 9 of Pentacles, they have so much admiration for person B. They feel like person B is not only beautiful physically, but they represent the person that they aspire to be. And I feel like person A seeks out partners or partnerships, plural, with people who embody person B. Like, they purposefully seek out other people who are similar to person B because this is the mold. You know, person B is the mold. It feels like with sex here, person A is feeling a strong connection, almost attachment, obsessively to person B. Person A is like, it's really hard to shake this person. Like, I'm tethered to this person for the rest of my life. And I can't help but feel like person A has struggled with that at times. Like, they've felt like it's been an unhealthy fixation, obsession, or habit. With light reversed, it also feels like they are trying to find a new source of inspiration, but I'm hearing all roads lead to you. So person A is incredibly compelled, drawn, fixated, attached, obsessed, and stuck on person B. And it's causing a lot of deflection as well. It's making them blame at times person B or the connection for anything that impacts their other responsibilities. I can't help but feel that some of you may be in a connection where somebody else is already married or already in another situation, and they blame the single person, you know? Because it feels like if that's the case, person A is the one that has another person. But obviously, only take that if it resonates. You would know. You would know, because it's quite obvious. That's why person B is keeping their distance respectively. So let's talk about person B now. Person B is saying, I'm ready for a fresh start. I'm ready to leave this baggage behind. But can I really do it? That's the maybe. The maybe is like, we've got a big decision to make. Can we really do this? I feel like person B is feeling cut off from person A, and I feel like they are also feeling a bit helpless in this situation. Like, you've cut me off. I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know how to approach you at this point. You've left it to the point where I'm just sitting here with 8 swords around me and a blindfold over my eyes, and I don't know how to get free. Like, I feel physically trapped, but I also feel like verbally you've cut off that line of communication as well. So for some of you, person A may have actually blocked person B's number or social media, or may not be responding to text, calls, or emails, whatever it is. And I can see over here that person B also is looking at person A like, you are so perfect. I've never imagined so much perfection. They feel like person A often, like there's this energy of like mirroring here. Like, you see the good in me, I see the good in you. Why can't we see that in ourselves? Especially with the 8 here. There's 2 8s. So I feel like, listen, if anybody's progressing, it may look like it's person A because they have all of this stuff going on that's so loud and in your face. But person B is the one that's actually doing the internal work. Person B is like, I'm really progressing internally, and I'm trying to find my strength, my compassion, my unconditional love, my creativity. I'm trying to find my own inspiration to move forward and keep moving forward. It's taking a lot of strength, is what person B is saying, to keep moving forward. And I can't help but feel like person B is juggling whether this is the right thing to do. Whatever decision they have to make next, they are going to think about it thoroughly before they do it. Because at the end of the day, they feel the same way. They still have feelings. I feel like this 2 of Cups is, I will respect whatever decision you make, because I'm going to try to do what is best for me, and I'm going to try to get to a place where I can understand if you don't prioritize me or this connection. If you need to do what you need to do, then I'm going to do what I need to do. And I feel like this person is also saying, I still feel the same way as I did back then. Person B is like confirming, like, I still feel with that 6 of Cups, and I may always feel fondly and strongly emotionally attached to you. So let's get some advice for you, group 3. What is the closing advice before we go into the extended reading for group 3? What is the closing advice for group 3 before we go into the extended? We have, I am willing to learn new things. This is interesting. Spirit's asking you to stay open to new things. I love to learn and am willing to drop old concepts when they no longer work for me. Growing and changing is exciting. So it's very clear in this connection that the 2 of you do need to develop in order to get this thing moving, in order to move towards the best possible outcome. I can't help but feel like some of you are moving away from what you may have really, really wanted with this person. And it's not that you're settling. It just feels like you are trying to do what is different because what you have been doing hasn't been working. I feel like this has come after a long period of reflection, after a lot of trying, and after you ultimately have nothing else to do, nothing else to try. But whether you choose to give up on the connection or not, it just feels like at the very least, Spirit is saying, be willing to drop old concepts when they no longer work for you. Growing and changing is exciting. If you are not ready, or it's not the situation where you feel you need to let go of this person, then at the very least, let go of old concepts, old approaches, or old ways of treating each other that may not be helpful or may not be actually building this relationship in the right way, if that makes sense. Learning new ways of behaving, and I'm also hearing new ways of coping with each other's quirks, if I can say that. Like, I feel like the goal here is to get more peace and stability, because if you're person B, I feel like you've had to put up with a lot of chaotic energy from person A. And if you're person A, I feel like you've had to really wrestle with a feeling of guilt, stress, and adversity, because you have been trying to battle the feelings that this connection provokes with the sense of responsibility that you feel. So it's not easy on either side, but clearly the goal moving forward is to embrace new and to drop anything that is no longer working for you or this shared connection. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3. I'm about to go to your extended reading now, where we will have a look at whether there is anything or anyone else impacting this connection. We're also going to have a look at your blockages. We're going to have a look at more channeled messages, and we're going to also get a lot more advice. So that will help us deeply understand where this connection is headed and ultimately how you can get the best possible outcome from this connection. So if you would like to join me in the extended reading, the link is in the description box. I shall see you there. It's basically ready when you are, sweets. Before you go, group 3, wherever you are going, I just want to thank you for all of your support, all of your time, all of your energy. Thank you for supporting me, this community, and free tarot in general on YouTube. And I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye.